Since the mass shooting in Lewiston a little over a year ago now, there has been a lot of talk about making Maine's gun laws more strict. This past legislative session, Governor Janet Mills pushed for and got a tougher yellow flag law, making it easier for police to take guns away from people who could harm themselves or others. But the father of one of the Lewiston victims says that is not enough. He's collecting signatures to get Maine to join 21 other states and the District of Columbia to enact a tougher red flag law, also known as an extreme risk protection order. Here's News Center Maine's Ryan Wooten.
1 year ago, Arthur Bernard played his last game of pool with his son Arthur Strout at Smingy's Pool Hall. It was October 25th, a day just like every other day, until it wasn't.
I had to leave. We took just my car that night. I told him to leave his car home, so we could just ride together, He says, you gotta leave with me, man. I think I called him bonehead or something. And he said, I just want to play a couple more games with my friend.
Less than 5 minutes after Bernard left the bar, Robert Card, the man responsible for killing 18 people in the Lewiston mass shootings, stormed in, firing round after round from his AR-15 style rifle, a gun Bernard believes Card wouldn't have had if there were tighter gun laws and if people had listened to Card's family's warnings that he was a danger to himself and others.
We have to be better. We've gotten careless. This country has gotten careless with its gun laws.
And Bernard believes people, families, deserve better. He's one of many concerned citizens who support the red flag law proposal. If passed, such a law would allow families to go directly to a judge and request the removal of their family members' guns and weapons if they believe they could cause harm to themselves and others, something Nicole Palmer from the Maine Gun Safety Coalition says Card's family could have done.
And they tried really hard to separate him from those weapons while he was in that crisis. And unfortunately, there was not a legal tool to allow them to act on that.
Palmer sees it as a legal tool. Laura Whitcomb, who leads Gun Owners of Maine, sees red flag laws as violations to their constitutional right to bear arms. Whitcomb says extreme risk protection orders do nothing to get the person help. All it does is take their dangerous weapons. There is no mechanism of action in their proposed language to get anyone the help they need. But Bernard says following the Second Amendment as gospel will leave many more families clinging to memories, photos of their loved ones.
If you would have told somebody in 1792 we would have guns that could shoot 60 to 100 bullets in a minute, they would have looked at you like you were crazy and probably driven you out of wherever you were.
In Portland, Ryan Wooten, News Center, Maine.
Here in New England, 4 states, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, already have red flag laws on the books. Back in 2020, the New Hampshire legislature passed one too. It was vetoed by Governor Chris Sununu.